Hey, welcome back to Awkward Bob. I'm here coming to you from the beautiful vlog cabin in the beautiful snow. We got upwards of 10, 11 inches, something like that, here in our part of Ohio. Wanted to come to you and make a quick video. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. Be sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know where you're commenting from. This will be a quick video because I am freezing cold out here. It is only going to get colder, but I want to talk to you for a minute. Let's go inside. Actually, a better YouTuber maybe would have stayed out there in the cold and have made the video out there, braved the cold, and really embraced the walk and talk of being out in a snowy field. But I never accused myself of being a good YouTuber, so it's not something I've ever said. Term YouTuber, some friends and I, Eric and Brittany from Smoky Mountain Family, were actually talking about the term YouTuber and what we feel about that. For me personally, it's always kind of been a specific type of person to be a YouTuber, someone who really is committed to it. Either in great amounts of time and energy, or financially, if it can support you in a way that is what you primarily do. I kind of see that as YouTuber. I prefer the term creator if I'm creating something, doing creative things, whether it's with a camera or a paintbrush or taking pictures, whatever that looks like for you to create. For me, I've just enjoyed this medium of video. I'm not good at it, and I'm not entirely sure that matters a great deal. I think with any creative process, it's about doing. Does that make sense? It's not about being perfect. What's the quote? Perfection is the enemy of done. Something like that. Perfection is the... I'll pop it up here if whatever the quote is. But for me, it is about doing. And I have crippled myself in many ways and on many occasions of coming up with an idea, thinking it would be great, but then doing nothing with it. And sometimes it's fear. Sometimes it's fear. A lot of times it's analysis paralysis. It's overthinking and not being able to kind of get out of my own way, kind of find that starting point. When I wanted to be a writer, there was a point I wanted to write, and that process was like, oh, I've got to get the perfect notebook. Oh, this moleskin notebook and this perfect pen that just flows across the page. Well, that's going to be the difference maker. Well, I got those things. You know how much I wrote in it? A page or two worth, probably. So for me, YouTube's always been that creative outlet that I've actually put pen to paper, so to speak. So I've wanted to get back into it, but a call came in. Wanted to get back into it, but I didn't know in what way. And here recently, I feel like I've had a lot more to say, some things that have been on my mind, on my heart that I wanted to share with you. Whether 10 people or 10,000 people see this in subsequent videos, I don't really care because I feel motivated to do it. So let's talk about that motivation a bit. Adam the Woo, if you're unfamiliar with who he is or who he was a YouTuber, travel YouTuber, a daily vlogger, really the pioneer of the vlog, but really truly the daily vlog that was Adam. I mean, he was literally breaking new ground when it came to YouTube, and in the way that he just started recording. And I looked it up, and it was like a couple years of videos before he even did his first edit. So he literally would just start rolling, film where he was at, talk about that thing, and many people, myself included, were enthralled by it. And I think that it's that realism, right? People crave something authentic, something different. And that drew me in and made me want to start doing videos. So I started doing daily vlogs, and they were horrible. But I had some fun doing it. But I then kind of became a slave to just the process of, I got to get it done. And that made it not fun. So I quit that eventually, but the creative process is something that I'm attracted to, and don't want to get burnt out on this time. I want to focus on the process, not the creative process, and not some arbitrary deadline. But back to Adam. So the first video I watched of his, so I went to start researching Smoky Mountains, and I'm looking, because we'd never been before, and we were kind of trying to figure out what we wanted to do. But I also liked abandoned places. So I searched Smoky Mountains, I searched abandoned places, and it came across a video of his where he was in the Smokies in Gatlinburg, looking at this abandoned sky park, this chairlift that was now defunct. So that was my first video of his. Then I just kind of launched into watching his stuff, and immediately became hooked. And Adam the Woo is someone, his channel was something that probably launched 1,000 YouTube channels, if not more. I would say 1,000 is probably even a low number, but many YouTube channels because of the inspiration that he provided. So fast forward through all of that, me doing the daily vlogs, I started a channel called, I don't know if you can see it there, All About the Smokies. I had a sign up there, you can't really see it. Did very well. It was a Smoky Mountain channel. The channel focused on reviews and of hotels and restaurants and attractions and just the mountains themselves, and had a lot of success with it, a lot more than even what I anticipated, and really loved doing it. It was hard to do because I live in Ohio, so I'd go down about once a month and record a bunch of videos. That is kind of where I found some momentum on YouTube, but more from I'm going to point the camera out. And what was really hard to take was when you look at analytics of statistics of where someone would drop off. Like they're watching, I'm pointing the video out, and the second that I get on there to do my recap, and it just nosedives. That's kind of rough to take, but it's okay. I think one thing I also learned through YouTube is to not take things personally as much, especially when there's someone who doesn't know you at all. I've been made fun of for my voice, for my rambling, for the way that I reviewed a hotel, like just nitpicked and made fun of a lot. My son was made fun of on a couple of videos when he was younger. Like it's a dirty game, the YouTube, but you have to kind of get used to and ignore some of the criticisms that you face. But anyway, I do ramble. Here you go. First comment down below. Quit rambling. So I go through this progression and kind of end up not being able to get down to the Smokies as much as I want. the frequency of those videos kind of plummet as well. And I keep having this desire, this stirring of the heart to make something, to create YouTube again. Still can't get down the Smokies easy, and frankly, the hotel prices have gotten so high that going down even for a weekend once a month, you're talking, if it's 2 nights a weekend, $400 to $600. I know you can find super duper cheap motels and things, but like I tried to pair like hotels that I would want to stay in that I could also review with other things that I'm doing, restaurants and attractions, and the hotels plus food plus, because I rarely get anything for free when I go down there and do reviews. So it's really become difficult. So I tell you all of that to say it has been something I've done less, but I still have this stirring in my heart to make things. And then the news of Adam passing. And I'm watching videos of people who have talked about him and who he was as a person, his actual friends, not random people like me. And the genuineness of the person of Adam to not only put his life out there for all of us to see, but the stories of every small creator that he would come across and being willing to make videos with them and to take the time to talk to them and get to know them was just something extremely special. Just loved hearing those stories. And through that and watching, so many of us have gone and watched his old videos. And that inspiration that hit me, that inspiration that hit me originally, that made me want to create, hit me once again. So these videos that I'll be making will look very different than what I've made on my Smoky Mountain channel, which was all about the Smokies, now Smokies Plus. If you want to look up any of my videos, I can leave a link down below. But in right here on Aqua Bob, it's going to look very different. It's going to be a lot of conversational style videos, and I hope you'll join me for those. But the other part about Adam and what inspired me through his passing was, we're not promised anything. We are promised nothing. The time that we have here on this earth is finite. And what are we doing with it? What are we doing with that time that would allow us to leave some form of a legacy, to look back on and say, hey, I made some sort of impact. Or at very least, I did everything I could to take any wisdom, take any stories that I have, any knowledge that I have, any talents that I have, and that I've used them in a way that will help someone else. In my case, as a person who's a Christian, the building of of Christ's kingdom. Like, what have I done to do that? And then on the flip side of that, what are the things that I've done to tear people down? What have I done to take away from someone? What have I done to tear down my own legacy, my family legacy, my what have I done for good? And what have I done for evil? Adam was by his friends and family's accounts, the same person on camera that he was in real life. The two were indistinguishable. So through this journey, I want to impart any limited knowledge that I've gained over the years. I want to generate conversations with you. I want to bring you alongside me and maybe create some sort of community here where we can talk about things. I'm passionate about a lot of things and would love to share those passions with you. Have you come alongside me and let's have conversations. Tell me where you're from. Tell me what you're interested in. Tell me what you like to do. Just whatever. Leave it down in the comments. Let's get this conversation going. But all that to say, be someone who inspires others. Be someone who not only is the good that you want to see, but inspires the good that you want to see. And that's who Adam the Woo was. And I guess that's who I hope one day I can be. I'm 45 and don't feel like I'm anywhere near that yet. I think that's okay. I hope that's okay. But maybe through this process and maybe through talking to you guys, I can find out who the best version of me is. That'll do it for this video. Yeah, back on Awkward Bob. Didn't know if I'd ever do it again, but here I am. Thanks for listening. Thanks for stopping by. God bless.